Testing. All right, we should be live. Let me go ahead and grab a thumbnail real quick. What's going on, Alan? We'll get started in just 1 second, guys. All right. How you guys all doing today? Pretty slow day, honestly. It was pushing higher for most of the day on SPY, but not a whole lot of volume until recently. You had a lot of buy volume come in past hour, so you got a lot of spikes in shares. We had a couple of 400K orders, like 300K, a couple of 200Ks, all kind of right around this little low right here. We also had some big orders come in towards the high as well, probably suppressing it a little bit. But as you can see, most of the volume's towards the high. We did shift the POC up. Very much a P-shaped day, so we are breaking out of balance that we have. We've been balancing out for almost 2 days because we kind of popped up early on, what would that be? What's today? Wednesday? So that would be Monday. So Monday we popped up early and then we balanced out, and then Tuesday was balance all day. So basically just been balancing for about 2.5 days around, what would that be, like 447.80, 448, somewhere around there. And now we are pushing away from balance. So any kind of pullback back into the previous value area highs around 448 would be a bullish pullback. So anywhere from 448 to 448.50 should be fairly bullish. Today is getting a little, I wouldn't say bearish, but you are getting some resistance up here on the high. You can see how we're starting to slowly push away from this node. So the more we push away from this node, the weaker it is. But that's only if you're looking at today. If you take into account the other days, it is weak, but you are bullishly pulling back. So I gave you guys a couple of targets in Discord. If we did break out here, the targets were 449.25 all the way up to 449.50. That first target is being tested. Second target, not so much. So this would be the Fibonacci zone. This would be the first target zone on your Fibonacci's from the past couple of days. So that's where I got those targets from. The first target has been hit, and now we have to see if we can pull back to retest the breakout point, which if we do, it should be fairly bullish. Okay, what's going on, Native? Q is pretty much the same story, but Q's didn't really break out. You're still just balancing out. So You had the nice pop up on Monday, balanced out towards the end of the day, complete balance on Tuesday, and then we have more balance on today's candle. So hasn't really found any value outside of that balance from the past few days. So you will have to break out above like 374, 75, 375, somewhere around there. Start finding some value up there, and then you can start looking for a breakout. But for now, you're just not getting it. If we do break out, you're looking for 376 to 376.70. Okay, so those would be the targets you would be looking for. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin doing pretty well here the past few hours. You had a pretty nasty start of the day, sold off pretty quickly, but it was very easily recovered. So around that, let me see. I think I have my chart on this one here. Yeah, there you go. So yesterday I told you guys 47.6 and 47.3 were both major support levels. Okay, so we pulled back to retest those two support levels, and look at where we bottomed. We bottomed right off those levels. You had a few candles where you tried to break below that support, just couldn't really do it. Couldn't find any value down there. The Momo quickly shifted back to being bullish, and then you bounced right off that support. So we look pretty good. This isn't an 80% trade, but same methodology. You reclaim the value area low, you look for the value area high, and then that has been hit. Okay? So now, moving forward, you do the same thing back here. If we can reclaim 49.6, you're looking for 50.5. Okay? So just kind of stair-stepping our way back up. So right now, I would definitely lean bullish on Bitcoin. Very clean bounce so far. If it can hold above this like 49.3, looks pretty strong. A little bit of resistance on that pivot around 50.1. That's something you want to watch out for. Besides that, though, looks pretty bullish. Nice little recovery here. What's going on, Sarish? Couple of things on our watch list did pretty well today. Actually, Pen's actually running here. Pen is one that we've been watching. I've been waiting for it to recover the 200 EMA here. You could have bought it down towards the lows. You'd be up pretty nicely already. It's already had a 24% move. So if you bought anywhere down here, you're looking pretty good. But I've been waiting for it to kind of recover the 200 EMA long term. Start to look better on the weekly, and then we could start looking for a play on this. So you have recovered the 80 EMA for the first time since this sell-off on the weekly. Looks really good. If we can start to hold above this 200 EMA, then we could really start to look bullish back into like 100. Draftkings, another one of the sports betting apps, doing really well today. I think it's mainly because of football coming back, if I had to guess. But yeah, having a nice day here. If it can hold above 58, probably look to get 64, 65, somewhere around 65.90 would be a Fibonacci level as well. So nice little gain there. Most likely, like I said, probably due to football, which does start up within next few weeks, I believe. Everything else pretty much just break even today. Nothing moving too much. We had a big move on our Zim shipper, but then it pulled back. So nasty candle today. I was just talking about this in Discord before we started stream. It's probably being suppressed because we have been seeing a lot of hedge funds buy into Zim and Maddox. So seeing that there's a lot of funds actively paying attention to these stocks now, they probably are being suppressed a little bit. Alan said, since Bitcoin 80% trade through 824's value area low, EOC value area high, would you basically invalidate that area now as far as for not watch it for Bitcoin trades? Okay, hold on. Let me take a look. Let me see if I can understand what you're saying. You said 824. So I'm guessing you mean So 824 actually goes through 2 days. So which day do you mean? Do you mean today or the previous day? Nice, Sarish. Yeah, if you guys bought that a while back, you should be deep in profit. So these little pullbacks are not a big deal. I was up close to 20% on it today on the high. It's probably closer to like 15 now. But for, okay, the previous day, yeah. So for this one, yeah. So now that this has played out, you can basically ignore these levels. And now you're paying attention to these levels and these levels, right? So my biggest, my easiest way to like make this simple is the overlapping levels you ignore. You look for fresh levels. So like this is fresh, and then this would be fresh because we just made it. And then we could go like one day below. So this one is kind of overlapping. So we could use this, but we could also use this. So like this would be the freshest day below price. This would be the freshest day above price. And then this would be the most recent day. So those are the 3 things you always want to look for. Most recent, freshest above, freshest below. Ones that have not been like tested and overlapped many times. So this would be the key area above us. This would be the key area below us. And then this would be today's profile. And that will help you a lot. And then you can just ignore like see, I have these drawn out. I can just go ahead. Let's actually clean my chart up. So these were the levels that I told you guys to watch before, and now they've bounced beautifully. So they have been used, right? So now we can go ahead and delete these. Let's go ahead and hide our indicators just to make this cleaner so you guys can follow along. So now we have the freshest day here, which is above us. And then we have this. You can take this day, but it's kind of been overlapped. So I'm going to take this day here. And you can grab the POC if you want as well. And then we have today's profile. So you want to color code that. I typically use blue for like the most recent profile. Okay. So we have today's profile, resistance, and then support. And then everything else in between, you can ignore that. Now, for this day, you can still look at this day because this is the freshest day besides our current day. So like if you're looking for short-term trades, so like if you're trading today's profile and you want some short-term levels, you can take the previous day, right? Even if it's overlapping. So like even if this is overlapping, we can look at these levels, and I'll mark these black for now just so we can look at them. So like you can use these black levels as like your short-term levels. Okay. So once we reclaim the POC here, excuse me. Once we reclaim the POC, look at what it did. It pulled back to retest it, and now it's bouncing right off of it into the value area high. So yesterday's levels are acting as perfect levels for today's price action. You said Bitcoin, doesn't it look like it wants to go up rather than down? Yes, it's definitely slightly bullish here. Very, very short term, if we're talking about like the next 5 minutes, it looks a little bearish. But the overall trend here does look bullish, yes. Unless we lose all of this support here, this is most likely just going to pull back and then push higher. If it loses POC, then we're probably going to go back down to like 47.7 or 47.4. But for now, this is definitely bullish. Even on a local pullback, it would be bullish. Little resistance coming in here on SPY. You lost the 50 moving average. You lost the 8, obviously. Still haven't lost the 200. It's pretty far away. You don't really have any local pivots here to help us. Momo is trying to bottom. You can see the buy pressure coming in already. That's correct. Yeah, if it breaks the value area high, finds some value up there, it should definitely go higher. If you guys are in Discord, you probably saw my announcement, but we have added a new analyst to our group. Let me grab his Twitter for you guys. You guys have probably heard of him. We talk about him on stream a lot. Here you go. Here's his Twitter account. The new person we added is Theta Attendees on Twitter. He's a Theta trader, meaning he mainly sells options. So he's a different style trader than pretty much all the analysts in our group right now. Me and JMA sell options every now and then, but very rarely. He mainly focuses on selling options, so he's going to be a really good addition to the group. Make sure to check him out on Twitter. He drops a lot of alpha on Twitter, so definitely give him a follow. His Twitter for you guys that can't see the chat is Theta Attendees, exactly how it sounds. THTA TENDIES. I believe his YouTube is the same name as well. And he started to post videos recently. He posted one on the basics of selling options the other day. So definitely check that out. We're always trying to expand in the group, find more analysts. So it's definitely he's definitely a good addition to have. Little pullback here on SPY. Not a whole lot of volume though. No real pressure here. You actually just had some buyers step in here towards the low. You can see some volume coming in here on the buy side. A lot of sell side volume on the way down. Then we had some nice little volume there on the blue pivot. Sarish, I believe you joined the $30 tier. The $30 tier does not have access to the voice chat, if that's what you mean. The voice chat is strictly on the higher tiers. The $30 tier is mainly just an analysis tier. So you get our daily trade ideas, you get our daily watch list, you get our weekly watch list, you get access to a help channel. So like if you want me to take a look at your analysis, if you have any questions about any charts or anything, you guys have access to that. I'm basically in Discord all day, so if you guys ever need help, you guys have a channel where I can help you out. But yeah, we made that tier for people who are maybe trading on smaller accounts, people who mainly are a little skeptical about our group. Maybe they don't want to shell out the money for our higher up tier. Maybe they're not interested in the indicators and whatnot. Maybe they can't hang out in voice chat all day, you know. So that's what the lower tier is for. The higher tier is more of a mentorship. So for people who have time to be assisted throughout the day, and you guys can hang out in voice chat, you guys who have like bigger accounts, people who want to have access to the indicators and kind of trade on your own as well, that is what the higher tier is for. So we like to have a kind of a few different tiers for you guys because we know there's a lot of different kinds of traders. Once I close on my house and everything, guys, I'll probably be changing my tutoring hours for you guys that are on the higher tier. The one-on-one tutoring that we do, I will be changing the hours a little bit. It'll probably have more hours, so it's not going to get worse. It's going to get better, but they will be changed a little bit. So keep your eye on that. That'll probably change within the next week or two. For now, the hours are going to be the same. If you guys sign up to the tutoring, I should probably go ahead and do this right as the stream ends. But don't sign up for next week, because that's when I'm going to be closing. So if you do want to sign up for tutoring, just skip next week. I'm going to be very busy next week. So anytime after the week after next should be okay. Sarish, for TradingView, it doesn't matter. You can have the free version if you want to use the indicators. So that's completely up to you, what tier you want. I have two accounts on TradingView. I have the Pro Plus, which you're currently looking at. The one that I use like actively every single day is Pro Plus. And then I have a business account with the premium plan. If you're just a regular trader, like you're not going crazy trading like many different layouts, using a ton of indicators, setting up like hundreds of alerts, you can get away with the Pro plan or the Pro Plus. You don't need the higher plans on TradingView. Another trick is, guys, never pay full price for TradingView, ever. You can sign up for a trial and then wait until it's about to expire, and they will give you like a 30 to 50% off coupon. Even if you don't do that, you can you can sign up for like 1 month of full price, and then you go to cancel it, and you can say you're canceling because it's too expensive, and then they'll give you a discount. And then you can also wait until Black Friday, and they have like 50 to 60% off. So never pay full price for TradingView. Some calls coming in. Let's take a look. They are American Eagle. I've been seeing a lot of American Eagle calls coming recently. What's it doing? Oh, they're buying the dip. Looks like they're buying the dip into earnings. I'd probably just wait that one out, to be honest. They already offered you 40 to 50%. There you go. My real estate agent just messaged me and said the loan is going to closing. That's awesome. Finally over this madness. Yeah, Black Friday discount, that's what I do. I renew my yearly subscription on Black Friday every year. And if sometimes I run into a case where it like overlaps my days, so like my thing will expire like 1 month before Black Friday. So what I do is I cancel my yearly, and then I sign up for like 1 month, and then I add on the yearly when Black Friday hits. CRM has earnings tonight. Let's take a look. So this one would be a little scary because when things run up into earnings like this, they have to have really good earnings to continue running because it's already ran. You know what I mean? So if it has like mediocre earnings or bad earnings, it's going to drop like a rock. So you got to be careful with things that like run into earnings like that because the move has already been priced in for the most part. So unless they have really good earnings, it's not going to keep going up. If this does have really good earnings, I'd look for like 271. There's a pivot up there. That pivot's going to act as a magnet. What do I think about the Andrews Pitchfork? I never got into the Pitchforks, man. I tried to use them like way back when I first started trading. They're just not my style. Doesn't really fit my my trading style. I prefer Fibonacci, just straight up Fibonacci. Have I heard of somebody using them successfully? I actually don't know a single trader that uses them actively, no, to be honest. Damn, Ulta's on fire today. Beautiful move on earnings. Nice little breakout. Sorry guys, I'm being a little quiet. I'm texting my my agent. So like I've been saying, guys, the end of this week, basically all the way up to the end of the month, is very busy with economic reports and stuff. So be very careful for the rest of the week. If you guys needed a vacation, now's the time. Take a long weekend. Don't bother trading Thursday and Friday if you don't have to. Um, I'm not going to be trading. I'll be hanging out in Discord looking at charts, but I'm going to avoid taking any trades. Just too many reports coming out. We have the GDP tomorrow. We have the Fed talk on Friday. We have the symposium going on from Thursday to Saturday. We got a lot happening. You guys need a long weekend. Now's the time. Thoughts on EH? It has earnings today, so my thoughts are irrelevant. Unless they had earnings this morning. If they had earnings this morning, then it looks like it's got a decent bull div here, and it could push higher if it's already played out earnings. If it hasn't played out earnings, there's nothing I can say that will really help you. Earnings is going to be a gamble. If it beats earnings, there's a nice little pivot there around 28.50. Get above that. There's a nice little gap up here around $40. If it misses earnings, it's going to get crushed. Probably down to around 18 to 15 maybe. If there wasn't earnings, this would be a nice little bull div, but there's earnings, so. Oh, it had earnings this morning? Okay, if it had earnings this morning, then this doesn't look too bad. If it can hold this low, like around $22, $21, this is definitely a bottoming pattern. It's not bottomed yet, but it is bottoming. It's starting to bottom. This is definitely a bottoming pattern for sure. If it starts to lose this support around 21, then it's probably dead. Nice recovery on SPY. I can't talk today, man. Mainly due to Qs breaking out. Qs is breaking the value area high. You could see like 375 here. Go all the way up to the pivot. Thoughts on RGC? What the hell is this thing doing? Not too much I can give you on this. It's obviously reacting to some news. You have a nasty little volume gap up here around 54.50. You're kind of failing a pivot right now. But if you can hold above this node, this value area high, this will shift the POC. So if we hold here for a little longer, it's going to shift the POC up. Or if we start to hold above it and push higher, that should be very bullish. That's the big level you want to get above, is that volume gap. If it gets back below here, probably go back down to POC around 32. Does Chewy look bullish? Let me take a look. What's going on, Hustle? Chewy looks pretty good. Nice P-shaped profile yesterday, balancing out this morning. Now we're pushing higher. Looks pretty healthy. Beautiful pivot bounce. Very nice pivot bounce there. We closed Chewy beautifully. We closed Chewy on that high there. That pivot bounce was a really good re-entry though. I didn't catch that. Little micro pullback today, which means you would wait for tomorrow, see which way the doji breaks. You do have earnings coming up, so it's gonna be a little hairy. DLPN, Dolphin Entertainment. What a name. Breaking a pivot right now, so it's not too bad. Around 1247, 1245. You can hold above that pivot, it looks pretty good. If you break above the pivot, hold above it, you're looking for the next pivot around 1790. Are those fib pivots? If you're talking about these, no, they're coming from the OTS. They're based on price and volume, not Fibonacci. But yeah, if we close above that pivot, it looks pretty good. Anything below that pivot though doesn't look too good. Around 1250. Any weakness below that's not good. Got about 20 minutes until close. Little nasty 5-minute candle there on SPY. There you go. Back above POC. That little bottom warning on the Momo is pretty accurate so far. Nice bounce here. Big volume coming in. Q's is ripping. Big volume coming in on Q's. Big volume on SPY right on that dip. Next target is 449.56. What's going on, Madden? Any big tech leading this push here? Nice bounce on Microsoft. Facebook not really pushing yet. Funny enough, none of the big tech companies are running right here, so... I mean, Apple and Microsoft are pushing a little bit, but not really enough to justify a pump like this. There we go. Good push. Almost at that final target. Look at the profile as well. Profile is very, very flat on this push. Meaning there's not a whole lot of resistance, right? It's just climbing right through these levels. Now you have some resistance forming. You can see, like, if you zoom in on the profile, these little nodes right here, mainly here, and then right before it starts kind of single printing almost. You're getting some sellers coming in. Still very bullish though. This is a perfect example of how you use Fibonacci to find upper targets. Because this little resistance that I gave you guys, this is completely based on math. There are no levels here. It's all-time high, right? But these levels are acting beautifully on the high day. This shouldn't go right back down. It can if it gets a lot of sellers, but it shouldn't. You do have a lot of support around POC. You had a lot of support down here when the buyers stepped in. So the buyers should protect this level. We'll see. Here's the POC retest. A lot of sell volume on Qs. One of the main driving factors of this going back down here. How did GameStop and AMC do? We looked at them this morning. Oh, they sold off. They were doing really well this morning. They couldn't hold up. All right, let's see if the buyers step in here. A lot of sell volume towards the high. Let's see if we can get buy volume on POC here. What assets do I mainly trade? Right now I'm sticking to mostly equities. But I do still trade crypto here and there. Crypto's been a little hard because you got a lot of stuff going on with the exchanges. But I am mainly sticking to equities right now. I do a little bit of options. But I've been doing a lot better on my shares recently than my options trades, so been sticking mainly to shares. I try to stick to big name companies for the most part. Like a couple of our recent winners, we had Netflix, we had Chewy. All of our shipping plays are doing well. We have a Qs spread right now, so I do have a little bit of options going on, but mainly shares. I like trading pennies as well, but it's not penny season right now. Pennies are a thing that you have to trade when they're being traded by the masses, right? Earlier this year, we were trading pennies in Discord, and we were making a killing, like over 100% a day. It was really stupid, honestly. We had a 4-day span where almost every single penny stock that we traded went up over 100%. And then we thought that was going to keep going for a long time, and it stopped working the next week. So pennies are really a hit or miss type thing. Like they're either hitting really hard, or people are trading them and they're doing very well, or they're just not being traded at all. But yeah, mainly sticking to shares, a little bit of options here and there. My methods of trading are not like industry specific, right? I don't need to trade a single asset for my methods to work. The main method that I use is, like, if I have to put all of my trading into like one sentence, I trade shifts in momentum. I like trading trend shifts. I like trading bottoming patterns, topping patterns. Like, I'm more of a reversal trader. I'm not so much a breakout trader. So that's kind of my method. And I use many different things to make that work. Volume profiles, like the main thing. I have the Oasis Trading Suite, the Momo, like my proprietary indicators, obviously. But it's all based on trading the shifts of momentum. I coded a lot of indicators to kind of do the hard stuff for me, and I just do the easy stuff now. Like, I coded the Momo because I wanted something to be able to find the short-term and long-term momentum at the same time, and kind of give me topping and bottoming patterns. So I don't have to do that on my own. And then I coded the OTS because I wanted to find key support and resistance levels that are going to be like very pivotal points that I could use as targets, or like reversal levels. So I don't really have to do too much thinking on my own. We're getting a pivot right now on SPY, so you can see how these pivots just came in. We're kind of stuck between 44935 and 44890. So we have a key support here, key resistance here, and we can see a lot of chop kind of in between. Got 5 minutes left. Let's see if it closes towards the high day here. If it pushed into high day right at the close, that'd be really nice. One thing I wanted to go over here, I've gone over it a few times already, but these economic reports that are coming out tomorrow, you guys got to watch out for this. We have our quarter-over-quarter GDP coming out at 8:30 in the morning, so right in the pre-market session, so before the market even opens, we have a big report coming out. And then I'm not sure when this starts. I think it's later in the day, sometime around like 5 to 6 p.m. I'm not sure though. No idea really. But we have this symposium going on. This is like a big financial conference, so you got to watch out for that. That's going on from Thursday to Saturday. And then Friday, we have the PCI price index. And we also have JP talking at 10 o'clock. And then we have, once again, the symposium. So these 2 days, a lot of big stuff happening. You see when it colors these red, that's telling you there's some big stuff going on. So we have a lot of big stuff happening Thursday and Friday. So make sure you guys watch out for that. Like I said, if you guys need a vacation, probably want to take a long weekend, come back on Monday. I just checked our Zim position. We were up 25% this morning. Now we're only up 17. So we did lose a little bit of the gains on today. That's okay, though. We're holding that long term. Basically, all of our shipping plays at this point are free trades. And I hate that saying, but I'm not going to take a loss on any of those shippers at this point. So at most, we lose our profit. I'll put my stop losses probably in profit on all of them, like 5% or so, whatever. But we're not going to take a loss on those. Yeah, I agree, Sarish. I think it will be bullish. I think after JP speaks, it will be bullish. But it's best not to play with fire. So if you guys are not very risk adverse people, probably want to wait till Monday. The biggest thing I'm worried about is my dollar hedge. My dollar hedge is probably going to get hit when JP talks. We'll see. They haven't confirmed it yet, I don't believe, but they are saying that he is going to be reinstated for another term. All right, guys, there's the bell. Appreciate you guys being here. Make sure if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. I do stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure if you guys are new to trading, check out my How to Trade playlist on YouTube. There's about 25 videos on there that go over many different trading techniques, all of which I talk about on our live stream. So if you guys ever are wondering what I'm talking about and you want to learn, make sure to go check that playlist out, completely free. If you guys are interested in Discord, check out the link in the description below. Our Discord is only $1 a day. We do have higher tiers if you're looking for more of a mentorship. But if you're looking for analysis, go check out the link in the description. So I will see you guys tomorrow if you guys are in Discord. I will be posting the analysis later tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning in Discord. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Peace out, guys.